What's up, everyone? Welcome to the stream. How is everyone doing today? We got Dr. Glowstone, Sheer Cold, Vanillix, Screaming, Rowlet, Legendary, Tyler, 7, Xbox, Time-Lapse Lord, Gym Leader 0, Barney the Dinosaur, Greg, Hen, Jared, Sloan, Dark Litton. How is everyone doing today? Kakarot, Anger, Mike F. Welcome to the stream, everyone. How are you guys doing today? Fortunately, I was able to find Entei off stream for us guys, so we are all set to go on that one. Haven't encountered it at all yet, and let me know, guys. Do you want the Entei music, or do you want to switch it up, or not switch it up, but go back to having that Leafgreen music playing? I miss everyone. I miss everyone. You guys miss me. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm doing my thing where I like inch forward little by little. What's up, Pokemon Trainer Gold? Welcome back to the stream. How are you? How am I? You're good? You're good? That's good to hear. I'm doing pretty well myself. Alright. Sorry, I know this is taking longer, but I want to make it like where I literally just have to tap the circle pad forward. There we go. Like that. And first Entei encounter, guys. Let's see if we get that that shiny first try. Not quite. Not quite. But alright, guys. Let's get this underway. Hopefully Charmander can shine today. It would be amazing if Raikou, if Entei could as well. However, I'm honestly not really prepared for Entei to shine super quickly. What's up, Emmanuel and M. Bowen? Welcome to the stream, guys. You guys want Leafgreen? Yeah, I can switch it over real quick. Alright. And done. There we go. You guys are back on Leafgreen music now. Totally understand that. It's definitely better background music, I would say. Like, the music in Ultra Sun's legitimately meant to make you feel uneasy. So I totally get not wanting to listen to it too much. What's up? I miss you guys too, Jay. You're hunting Rayquaza whilst watching the rest of Sun and Moon anime, and Netflix, awesome. I hope the hunt is going well for you, man. Your next shiny will be this time both Magmar and Fletchinder. Awesome, Mike F. Awesome, dude. Good luck with those. It's gonna take me a minute, guys, to just get used to the fact that we're not seeing Raikou on screen. It's been a month of hunting Raikou. It's crazy to think that. Maybe your friend code, like I said yesterday, Jared, I can't add people right now. I just don't have the internet too. I don't even know what my friend code is on this thing. Leafgreen music is so hype. It is pretty nice. I am mildly jealous that you guys are able to listen to it, because I actually still just hear Ultra Sun. But oh well, that works for me. For whatever reason, the playback of the Leafgreen music's a little bit choppy when I listen to it, so I don't know, it's better that I'm not listening to it, I guess. Gave up on your shiny starters. You're progressing through the game to encounter Darkrai and possibly get a shiny. I totally understand that. Totally understand. Like, shiny starters, especially in the farther you go through the series, the longer a shiny like starter hunt seems to take. Should I tell the story? Go ahead, Dr. Glowstone. Go ahead. Shiny hunting for an Alolan Sandshrew. Good luck, Gym Leader 0. Good luck, my man. Can I tell a joke? Sure, man, as long as it's an appropriate one. Lost your lunch card thing and your mom won't stop bugging about it. Oh no, that's unfortunate, dude. That's really unfortunate. How many encounters did you get Shiny Raikou? Don't mind asking. I actually haven't gotten it yet, Dark Litton. We stopped at 5,000. Like it says over there. It's basically on hold while I get the Shiny Charm. What's up, Tony? Welcome to the stream. For a second, you thought I got Raikou. Yeah, nope. Unfortunately, still no Raikou, but it was so far over odds. Or, like, not ridiculously far over odds, but it's over odds by, like, 1,000 almost, and there's something I could do about it. Like, if it was like Poipole and there's nothing I could do about it, then we'd just keep going for it. But because I can go get the charm and all that and come back to the hunt, it's much better to do that, I feel, instead of going ridiculously far. He was found of Vanillix in your Alolan Sandshrew SOS. I know I got some Vanillishes to pop up while hunting for what, Vulpix? What's up, Kajido? Welcome to the stream. You have to record your Poochyena evolving. That's all good. That's all good. You're eating a Rodol dip? I don't know what that is. Yeah, we stopped at 5,001. We got to 5,000, we're asked to do one more, so we want one more encounter on it. Yeah, unfortunately, still no Raikou, but yeah, we'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. I wanted to get it first, but I didn't have the charm, and that was my doing, so I kind of have to accept that I need to get that charm and come back to it instead of, you know, subjecting you guys to a ridiculous number of Raikou encounters. Gonna make something? Alright, see you in a bit. Thought I had the shiny charm. I do for Entei, I don't in Ultra Sun. Because what I did with Ultra Sun is I beat the game and I immediately started hunting Raikou. So I didn't have a chance to get the charm. But with Ultra Moon, you know, I've already got the charm and all that, so that was already accomplished. But yeah, Raikou, if Raikou's available, and why did I add to that encounter? But yeah, just Raikou isn't available in Ultra Moon where I do have the charm. Story time, alright. What's up, Igor? Welcome to the stream. Still on Charmander. Yeah, we are still going for Charmander, dude. How are you doing today? What's up, Base Boy? Welcome to the stream. What am I doing after Charmander? After Charmander, I'll be going for a Ralts and Emerald. For probably a couple streams as a dual hunt, and then eventually as hopefully another, like, kind of Emerald RNG abuse hunt, just not using the shiny frame that really wants to spit out shiny Poochyenas. Forgot about version exclusives. Yeah, it's unfortunate that they are, but they are. So not much we can do about it aside from just keep hunting for Entei and then try to get that charm and in Ultra Sun. I'm all over the place. Why am I hunting a Japanese version? It's just because I own the Japanese version. If I owned an English version that I hadn't lost, like I lost my copy of Fire Red that was English. If I was playing in that one, then if I had that one, we'd definitely be playing in that one. But just because I don't have the charm in or not the charm. I am all over the place with words. I'm trying to get started. No, but just because I lost my English version and I have a Japanese version, we're doing that instead. You're good? Oh, that's good to hear. I'm doing well myself. What's up, Pikachu Go 55577? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Watch me get more shiny Pikachu. If both of the shiny frames that I have right then and there in the game give me shiny Poochyenas, I may just stop. No, it'll just become more of a... It'll definitely make the shiny badge quest take even longer, but that's fine, I guess, at the end of the day. Why am I not reading your comments? I'm not trying to say... Oh, no, I mean, I said you can tell your stories and stuff. I don't know if I missed some more. There's actually a lot of people talking right now. So I'm not, like, trying to ignore anyone. I'm just... There's a lot of stuff going, and I don't have as much of a chat window as you guys do. Basically, I only see, like, 5 to 10 messages, depending on how long they are. And if anything gets flagged, that takes up, like, half the chat. So I end up missing a lot of messages, unfortunately. How do you progress through the story if you don't know Japanese? Well, A, it's Kanto. It's pretty easy to just kind of progress. And B, I do read Japanese, so I can actually progress through it. But, you know, because it's Japanese, I'm definitely not gonna be doing like a playthrough of it. It'll just be I do shiny hunts along the way for you guys. Currently you have a Froakie, Hawlucha, Zora, Salandit, Female, and Shinx. Currently 5, but that's because you're going for shiny Panda. Oh, cool, man. Cool. Saw shiny hunting Entei. This is where he did a double take. I thought you meant found Raikou. No, yeah, like, I guess fortunately a little bit, because it means that you didn't miss it. We haven't found Raikou yet. But yeah, we hit 5,000 encounters on it and decided, you know what? It's probably best for us to just take a break. Let me get the charm and stuff, because if it was like Poipole, where like the hunt was full odds no matter what and it went over, that's one thing, we would have kept going. But because it was just me being impatient that caused it, we kind of just decided that, yeah, maybe I should actually take the time to go and get that shiny charm and make the hunt go by a little bit more quickly. You're doing a shiny Turtwig hunt in Diamond. Awesome, Emboen. Did I get the charm? I have the charm in Moon. I've had the charm in Moon since the Articuno hunt. I don't have it in Sun yet. That's what I need to get the charm for. Or that's where I need to get the charm. And that's why we're taking a break on Raikou. So I can leave the wormholes and go do that without having to panic about not being back to Raikou by the time the stream starts. So you're playing White Zoo? Okay. What's up, Julian Pade? Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Am I still playing Emerald? Yes. Technically, yes. It's kind of been on break for a while. But as soon as we find Charmander, we'll be back to playing some more Emerald. Now, will I be working on the charm off screen for Ultra Sun? Yes. Yes. That is why we took. That's kind of why I took the break. It might admittedly not be for a few days. I might end up being all over the place at the Gen 2 hunts. Depending on how cooperative Entei is, we may end up just moving on to Lugia. Because with Raikou, or with Ultra Sun, I'm going to have to spend a good bit of time getting that charm. And I have finals and stuff to prepare for, so I don't have a lot of time, admittedly. So yeah, it might be a little bit hectic in terms of, do I get the charm, or do I get the charm, and when do I get it and stuff, and what order we do stuff in. You're currently on break at work, and you have to go back in a few minutes, but you'll drop by after work since you get off in like 45 minutes. Alright, Cinder. So I'm hunting Entei on Moon, right? Yes, yes, we are hunting Entei on Moon. Yeah, because Raikou's the Ultra Sun exclusive, and Entei's the Ultra Moon exclusive. And I have the charm in Ultra Moon, so it totally would have made sense to have gone for Entei first, but I don't know. I was like, we're gonna do this in Dex order, because why not? So you go to a farm with a 2-herdier, and you catch 2 Pokemon. Okay. What's up, Galaxy Girl? Welcome to the stream, as well as Cameron and Niddle. How are you guys doing today? And yo, Trap's dead. What is up? How's it going, man? How are you doing? How's everyone doing? I'm doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. We switched over to Entei to try to mix things up. Hopefully get a bit more lucky with this one, since we do have the charm over here. But yeah, man, how's it going for you, dude? What's the Riolu named Riley? That's a good name for a Riolu. You're great. That's good to hear, Galaxy Girl. That's good to hear. This is a Mareep, and you named it Beep Beep. Oh yeah, the Beep Beep I'm a sheep thing. I am aware of the videos that came from, yes. Do you want me to play a bad recorder cover on the background? I don't have one available, and my recorder from like elementary school is not here, so I can't even like add one myself. You're doing good, playing some Xbox and watching the stream. Awesome, man. At a strange moment, you're watching Ace Trainer Liam stream and everyone was talking about YouTube versus Twitch, and you got banned for saying that you like YouTube more because it's easier to upload to. I mean, honestly, that's the reason why I decided to stream on YouTube over Twitch, is like, because it's just automatically archived here. Granted, you can set Twitch to like archive to YouTube, like that is a setting where it's like, hey, just move your streams off platform and stuff. But also, I kind of understand the numbers and the metrics over here a bit more, just from the amount of time I've spent on YouTube versus on Twitch. So yeah, I totally get that, but that's weird that you got banned for saying that. I got a shiny Rayquaza after 135 resets on Pokemon Ruby. That's amazing. That's really good luck right there. Congratulations. How come they took the Pokemon gyms out of Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon? The gyms were so fun. Game Freak wanted to mix some stuff up, for sure. Basically, I imagine after having done it for 6 generations and like 20 years, they kind of wanted to change the formula up. So they took Gen 7 as kind of the, let's make things really different gen. Much more power to them. It's their games, they can do what they want with them. So yeah, I have a feeling Gen 8 might go back to gyms and such. You went to the gyms like that. Beep Beep evolved into Flappy and kind of stayed like that for the gyms until Skylight, I think that's interesting. Interesting. Those Pokemon Whites, I personally do not. I only have Pokemon Black from Gen 5, and I still haven't actually beaten it. YouTube apparently doesn't allow multi-streaming Twitch and YouTube at the same time. They don't? I haven't seen that be a thing. I know Twitch, like if you're a, if you're like a Twitch partner, you're not allowed to stream video games on YouTube and stuff. I know that's a thing. I didn't know like YouTube was against the dual streaming. Which I can see in a way you could read their terms of service like that, where like you're not supposed to drive traffic away from their site, and technically if your stream's also on Twitch, they could go over there. Especially if like the whole idea is, hey, I'm streaming, but if you come over to Twitch, I'll like actually interact with you. Like if they did that, I can see that, I guess. They won't stop people, but they don't like people doing it. Yeah. I mean, Twitch will actively, like, strike you down if you are a partner and they catch you doing that, because that's like breaking a contract. But yeah, YouTube definitely, I guess, they wouldn't be fans of it. I can understand why they would not be very big fans of it, as they've been trying to build YouTube gaming up as a complete, like, competitor to it. Jared, please stop asking for people to subscribe to you. You're back, alright, see you in a bit, Galaxy Girl. Then you had Beep Beep at the front of the party during the gym trainers. Alright. And got Beep Beep to Ampharos status. Nice. Pokemon Bank? I do have Pokemon Bank, yes. When it came time for the gym leader. Okay. What are the odds to get a shiny with the shiny charm? With the shiny charm, the odds are 1, at least for Entei, in the newer games, the odds are 1 in 1,365. In the older games, the odds are what, like 1 in, with the shiny charm, like in Black 2 and White 2, the only other game with the charm that isn't the newer games, it's like 1 in 2,600 and something, or 2,700 and something. Sorry about that. Dominate with Thunder Punch. Solid. Basically sweeped. That is awesome, man. That's awesome. Who's Pokemon White and has Pokemon Bank? I don't know. How do you get shiny in Pokemon Ruby? You just gotta try for it. You just gotta keep encountering Pokemon. If you're trying to go for a legendary, you gotta save right before it and soft reset each time it's not shiny and attempt to encounter it again. Otherwise, just walk around in the grass a bunch. There aren't really any methods in Ruby. BB's been a central member of your team since then. I mean, if it sweeps a gym, it definitely earns a spot on my team. Just remember to have cider in the fridge. Alright, see you in a minute. Trap's dead. Parasider? I've never had Parasider before. The same story happened when you lost your White 2 game. When you lost your White 2 game, you got another one. Like you had another Ampharos do that. Pretty reliable Pokemon right there then. For hunting Ralts? What about hunting Ralts? And sweep. Nice, nice. Like everything's the same there. Nice and consistent. You're having fun today, that's good to hear. That's really good to hear, always good to have fun. I've been having a pretty good day as well, slept in a good bit, went, got a few groceries, and yeah, I kind of sat down, started looking over some stuff to study, and found Entei. That was the big thing, was actually finding Entei. Spent way longer than I was hoping trying to find it, like a solid hour looking for it. It was kind of crazy. Oh, you're hunting Ralts. Well, good luck, Julian. Good luck on the Ralts. I hope you find it super quickly. You're hungry. Oh no, that is unfortunate, Baseboy. I hope you have some food. That's the story of Beep Beep, I'm a Sheep, the Mareep. That is a fantastic name right there. All of the Eeps. Rip Raikou. Yeah, we had to take a break, Cav. Welcome to the stream, though. How are you doing, man? Another way to story want to hear? Sure, go for it. Be right back. Dogs need out. All right, Galaxy Girl. See you in a bit. His favorite soda or drink? As far as sodas go, Sprite probably. As far as just like drinks in general, probably like Arnold Palmer or something. What's up, Turtle Animation? Welcome to the stream. How's it going? He's gonna shiny Dialga from Wonder Trading. That is some crazy luck right there, dude. Welcome to the stream, though, and congrats on that. What's up, Marth? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Starting season 2 of Series of Unfortunate Events. There's a season 2 of that. Really? I only knew about the first season that getting released. Any glitches in the 2 games, like in Ruby and Sapphire, the ones you're asking about? I mean, there's definitely some glitches. There aren't really any as far as like getting shinies and stuff. Been watching it all day. Some dedication right there. So Gen 3 shiny Milotic. Milotic is like my all-time favorite, so I feel like that's a little bit cheaty. But yeah, Milotic is definitely my favorite shiny from Gen 3. Did I play Mario Odyssey? Yes. Odyssey is probably my favorite game on the Switch right now. I've put a lot of time into that one. I've gotten like the 999 moons and stuff, and I've been trying to slowly learn the speedrunning routes, but I haven't had too much time recently. School, like the past couple weeks of school and next week are gonna be like my busy weeks for a little while, so yeah, I haven't really had much time to play it as of late, but gonna get back more into it over the summer and such. I ran into the grass, came across Swinub's evolution. Oh, what's his name? I don't actually know. Or is it that's Mamoswine, right? I think. I don't know, I might be wrong. Might be very wrong, especially if it's Gen 5 related. It's my favorite shiny. Milotic's overall my favorite shiny. So this happened to ask favorite Gen 3 shinies, and that lines up perfectly with my favorite overall. You named it Manny from Ice Age. Hey, that works. I mean, it's a fitting name right there. Piloswine. Okay. What's up, Phoenix 101? Did you forget Raikou? No, I have not gotten Raikou yet. It's on hold right now. We're basically taking a break from it for a little while to come back and do Entei for a bit, because I didn't have the charm in Ultra Sun, so it was making the hunt go way longer than it needed to. We were at 5,000 encounters, so I decided to just take a break from it and spend a little bit of time off screen catching the rest of that Pokedex. That's for the first book. Enjoyed it. I actually never really enjoyed that series, I'll be honest. Like, it just never was like my thing, I guess. I know it was super popular and all that, I don't know. It just was weird for me. I played the video game though. I actually kind of really like the video game. But the books themselves, I wasn't a big fan of. I went to the move relearner and had it learn Ancient Power. That's cool. Cool. I got rid of Plasma, and during that you got it to evolve. Solid. Making some progress with all your Pokemon. Series of unfortunate events was strange. Yeah, like that, it was weird to me, I guess. It was unsuitable for your age. Honestly, I wouldn't, like, I read it when I was really young, but honestly I wouldn't disagree to an extent. Like, it was just, like, I don't know, it was weird, and I definitely probably would have appreciated it more at an older age, but I don't know, when I read it I was just kind of like, this is weird. It didn't like scare me or like creep me out or anything. It was just weird, and it wasn't my book, I guess. What's up, Seven? Welcome to the stream. Good luck with the stream. Well, thank you, man. Sorry you're in a bummer mood. You and your friend had a huge blowout fight on Discord about grammar and not taking your advice. Oh man, that's unfortunate, dude. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully the stream can help cheer you up some, though. And there's 13 books. I think I only read like half of one. Like, it's just a series that I was a massive bookworm when I was a little kid. Like, would read and read and read and read. That was just a series I couldn't get behind. Like, I struggled to read it. Like, I think I had tried reading it as part of some like summer like book challenge or like reading challenge thing, and read everything else fine. But that book just I just didn't want to pick up. After all the gym leaders are done, you went to the league and you had trouble with the Elite Four. Oh no! Oh no! Want to reread the books? Go for it, dude. Go for it. Loved the Alex Rider series by Anthony Horowitz. That series was fantastic. I agree there, Trapstead. I owned all of it. I don't actually know if I ever finished the 7th. I actually feel there's been more written since I finished what was available. I think there were like 6 or 7 books out at the time that I finished it. Or that I like finished it and then they released more. I think I picked up one and then it got like stolen or I lost it or something. And from there I just never really picked it back up because at that point I kind of outgrown it a bit, I guess. When it came to the champion, it was such trouble. Oh no. Oh no. It's kind of weird reading it when you're younger. You don't have a single copy of any of the books. I need to go to school for an extra hour for the next 3 Wednesdays. Why is that, base boy? You finally beat Iris. It was with a Mammothwine named Manny. That's nice. That's really nice. Dr. Glowstone. All these Pokemon helping you out. Number 39 clues. I never read it. Last book came out in 2013, which was the last one. 10th one. Wow. That is... Then, like, definitely 2 or 3 books got released after I finished. I think the last one I got was the 7th. Read all of the 13 books since one of your favorite series of all time. A series of unfortunate events. It's definitely really popular. It's just, I don't know, I was weird, I guess. It just never sat well with me. Like, not in a, like, oh, this is a bad series, no one should read it. Just like a, for me personally, it was kind of just weird, I guess. You're back. What did you miss? You don't miss much, Legendary Tyler. We're still just going for these Pokemon. Neither have shined for us yet, which isn't really all that surprising. We still got a ways to go for odds on Charmander, and we've definitely still got a ways to go for Raikou as well. Not Raikou, Entei. I've been saying Raikou for a month. So my favorite evolution, that would be Umbreon. You got someone to play bad recorded music live? There you go, live performances make everything better. Sure, Dr. Glowstone. If you have more stories, you're always welcome to tell them. But alright, just because, I don't know why you mentioning Season 2 of it brought it up, but I know you're watching Season 2 of My Hero Vanillix. How far through it are you, dude? Or at least, like, you were planning on it. You at least got through Season 1. Because I'm like, Season 3 is airing right now, and it's awesome. And, I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna be able to talk with, or like it'll be more difficult to talk with a lot of people that I normally talk to about it very soon. Basically the same plot for each of the books, if you notice. I feel like a lot of series like that end up kind of being like that. Like it's almost episodic, but between the books. Then I get Thundercat. We did not Timmy the Turtle, like it says right below Entei and the Heliolisk over there. It's on hold right now. We hit 5,000 encounters on it, and we decided that right around there was about the time where I should just take a break from the hunt and go and get that shiny charm. How do you get Umbreon in Gen 3? You just have to, like max friendship or really high friendship, and like level it up at night. Like, because the games don't have a night, you'll have to like have the in-game clock say that it's night, which isn't really too hard to do. You literally just like go and change the clock in your room. Yeah, My Hero Academia Season 2. Yeah, dude, like, cause Season 3's airing, and it's been so good so far. They're only like 3 episodes in, but it's been so good. Or 4 episodes, I forget. But it's so good right now. You're playing the second game of Pokemon White to, again, lost the first one. Like, at least you're able to get a second copy, though. That's always nice. It's really unfortunate when, like, you just lose a game entirely. Alex Rider movie was sadly extremely crappy. Never saw it. That actually came out, I think, before I read the books. And I was like, oh, I kind of want to go see that now, and then I just never did. That, or it, like, was coming out as I finished them up, and I never wanted to go see it. I forget. Running around the cabs when he saw some rustling grass. Okay. On episode 15. Awesome, dude. Awesome. So you're like right through the... You're right at the end, if not like starting the next arc then. Nice, man. Nice. You're making progress then. You'll stop? What do you mean? What do you mean you'll stop, Dr. Glowstone? The movie was 2005 or 2006. When would that have put it then for me? Okay, that would have come out before I read it then. Because I read it in middle school, and that would have been like... Those years have been like my last years of elementary school. You okay? Yeah, I'm good. You went to the grass and... You saw a freaking Metagross. That's awesome. I didn't know you could find those in the grass. That's crazy. July 21st, 2006. Yeah, that's definitely before I read the books. Taking a hold on it because you are watching series Unfortunate Events. I gotcha. I do that with shows sometimes. It's why I'm still watching like a couple shows from like the beginning of this semester that I started that like aren't even like new shows I was just waiting for episodes to come out for, but like the shows that are already all like completely aired, and I just waited or I just like put it on hold, watch something else entirely, because like the problem for me with anime is like I watch it subtitled and whatnot, so like I tend to be like this is the only thing I'm focusing on while I'm watching it. So if I'm doing homework or something, I'll just play a different show in the background, and then I get all wrapped up in that show and watch all of it before I get back. It's like what I took a break from. You're really anxious to finish it? I mean, there might be a season 3 at some point, I guess. Who knows? I'm trying to capture it, being a Metagross's catch rate. If it's anything like Bellum's, yeah. I'd imagine it is the same as, if not worse than Bellum's. So yeah, that could be a pretty tough one to get. Failed it, obviously. Oh, that's really unfortunate, Dr. Glowstone. I understand why it happened though. Like, unless you master balled it, it was gonna be crazy to find. There's 13 books that'll probably be in season 3. Probably. Start My Hero Academia when you finish. Alright, man. Alright. But yeah, so you're probably... With episode 17, you would definitely be onto the stain stuff as opposed to the like tournament arc, I guess. when you're running out of the grass, you found a Metang, which is, you know, Beldum's evolution evolves into Metagross. Yeah. And you caught that one. Awesome, dude. That's awesome. Or not, dude. Dr. Wilson. I know you are not a guy. Forgot his name. Metang's evolution. Like, Metang's evolution would be Metagross. Or unless you meant, like, the pre-evolution, which is, Beldum. Wanna throw everything out your window? Why is that, base boy? Triggered by what? What has triggered you to want to throw everything out the window? Beldum, I mean, yeah, that's what I would assume if it wasn't a Metagross. So, Metang's pre-evolution, that would be Beldum then. Yeah, that would definitely be Beldum. Because it was Beldum, Metang, Metagross. And then he evolved it at the Pokemon League. Awesome. Hey, you got a Metagross somehow. Welcome back, Galaxy Girl. There's a Rowlet in the stream, indeed, and it is screaming. They perfectly capture, Sufei books of the show. Okay, you scream, I scream. All the time. As shown by the avatar. Like, still one of my favorite pictures. Like, one of my favorite images on the internet. Not stopping, ever, at all. Not even to eat. Just, like, muffles it slightly while you eat food. Still having trouble with the champion and one with Metagross's Meteor Mash. I mean, Metagross is pretty OP. Like, obviously it's a pseudo-legendary and whatnot, but like, it definitely can help you in a pinch, as long as it's not like, not very effective against whatever you're fighting. Oof, oof, what, base boy? Season 2 released this year of Series of Unfortunate Events? Yeah, because... Yeah. Because I only knew about Season 1 coming out. I didn't even know Season 2 was a thing. You're back. Welcome back, Mike F. and Jared. How are you guys doing? That's all of your... Oh, excuse me. That's all of your stories. I'm glad you could share them with us. Need to make them more. Well, as you make them, totally allowed to tell them here, Dr. Glowstone. Have those finished in a few hours. There you go. Favorite Elite Four? Like Elite Four member? I don't actually know. I don't know. I haven't played through the games enough to like choose that one. If I did choose a champion, it'd be Stephen. That's mostly just the Gen 3 fanboy in me coming out. Than anything else. The shiny suddenly appears for this one time. Only say, and just like that, diabetes. Why did I say that? It's a quote from Dorkly. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You're sad? Why are you sad, Shiny Metagross? Welcome to the stream, by the way. Seriously, man, what's up? What's up, man? Favorite gym leader? Huh, favorite gym leader. I don't know, the little bits of the anime I've seen might make it Brock. I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough one. It's a bit of a running joke. Oh, I gotcha. I got you. The only thing I've ever really seen from Dorkly is a couple other Sun and Moon comic stuff. Need to focus. Focus on serious unfortunate events. If you're gonna try to get through it today, I totally get that. Won't talk for a bit. I got you, Vanillix. I got you, man. Watching Infinity Wars tomorrow. Someone spoiled it for you. Oh, that's awful, man. That is awful. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I've managed to avoid spoilers. I don't know when I'll be seeing it, but yeah, like we've been pretty much, they've been banned in the chat and whatnot. Granted, no one said anything because people here have been pretty awesome about it, but like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I avoid spoilers for movies like that generally, at least for a little bit. I'll accept it after a while. So sorry though. Like, seriously, man, that is awful. Like, you're seeing it tomorrow and it just got spoiled. That's crazy. Because Shiny Pikachu and Pokemon X and Y, I only have one on Pokemon Sun, unfortunately. Beat Mario Odyssey, awesome, base boy. Awesome. Be back right soon a bit, Greg. See you later, man. But dude, that's awesome, man. Have you got all of the moves or just like beat the main story in there? Because if you've just beat the main story, there's still a bunch that you're able to do, so the game is definitely not like ready to be put down yet. Avoid the internet, you learned the hard way. Most of the stuff I watch on the internet's things that won't be spoiling it, or like at least would be waiting a while. Hate spoilers. Yeah, spoilers kind of make things like they do what their name implies, they spoil it. Like, if you're looking forward to seeing something, you're super excited, like, and like the way it's written is gonna add to it more, but then if you go in and like it's just been spoiled for you, then it's unfortunate. Honestly though, I imagine Infinity War hasn't been as bad as like something like Star Wars would be. Like, Star Wars is always terrible whenever like a new movie comes out, it's like it's immediately spoiled. Pichu, how far are you in the Safari Zone? Who likes Jigglypuff? Jigglypuff is a pretty nice Pokemon. Definitely. I hate when people play games like Pokemon on YouTube days before release. Well, those people also immediately like get banned from the site. Because like they're not supposed to have it. People have gotten banned, like, and reinstated, but like banned, or at least in certain cases they've been reinstated because like they got the game earlier than Nintendo thought they were supposed to be able to. Like Worcester, when Worcester got Usun, he got banned from Twitch until he was able to be like, yo, you're just dumb, because Nintendo America's like, he got the game hours before it was going to be released in the US. But he lives in Australia, or the game had already been out for a solid 10 hours. Because it's a rolling release across the world, and like Nintendo of America struck him down because they didn't understand time zones. And then there was one dude who got like banned from YouTube because he played Odyssey early by a few hours or whatever. But it wasn't like he hacked the game or like stole a copy of the game or something. The store just decided, you know what, screw it, we'll sell the game early. And he got punished for it, which is ridiculous. But yeah, no. Like, YouTube tends to take that stuff down pretty quickly, at least. What's up, Spatial Poochyena? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? What's up, Dex Tree? Welcome to the stream. Just got a random encounter shiny Magby. Congratulations! What's up, Lolface Lol? Welcome to the stream. How's it going today, man? Someone tried to spoil it. He said you watched the movie, so he didn't talk about it to you. Oh, like he was just going around trying to figure out if people had seen it or not. And spoil it. Back, internet problems, but solved now. That's good. Glad you're back, man. When did we switch to Entei? We switched to Entei yesterday because Raikou hit 5,000 encounters. So like an hour and a half into the stream, we flipped over just because it had gone fairly far over odds, and it was something that was in my control to make easier. So we just decided to switch it up for a little bit. Spoiler, what movie did you spoil? What did who spoil? I mean, it looks like Shiny Metagross got spoiled on Infinity War, unfortunately. What's your favorite Pokemon music? Yours is Slate Sound. I don't actually really have a favorite Pokemon, like, don't have favorite Pokemon music, because I tend to play the games silent. Like, I tend to play the games places where I'd feel really, really bad for like, having sound on. So I tend to actually not play the games with sound. So, like, I don't actually know most of the music, unfortunately. Gonna go in. Alright, see you later, Trap's dead. End the spoilers. I wish everyone would just be, like, respectful about that, but some people, like, just legitimately want to ruin it for other people, which is unfortunate. Disney is extremely predictable. You can predict what will happen before it happens. I mean, they know what sells. Like, you can't blame them too much. Already seen Infinity War and it's really good and won't spoil it. Good. Good. If any spoilers pop up in the chat, I hope you might be able to take care of those, because I won't know what spoilers or not. I don't know most of the Marvel universe, unfortunately. I've seen the Iron Man movies and some of the more hyped up ones. I haven't seen a lot of the more spin-off-y movies, I guess. Like, I haven't seen Thor. Like, I haven't seen any of the Thor movies. I've only seen the first Captain America and Civil War. Like, I haven't seen Cap 2. Pretty much you can start naming off movies and I'd be able to tell you, like, which I haven't seen. But I've seen all of Iron Man, Guardians 2, the few Caps I mentioned, Spider-Man, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it as far as Marvel goes that I've seen. And the first Avengers. I saw the first Avengers. Never saw the second one. I really need to watch all of it. Shiny Rayquaza, that's awesome. 40 subs, that's cool, Cole. That's cool. You over 3,045 soft resistance as Guzzlord. Spatial Palkia, I hope you get it soon, dude. Seriously, man, you've gone over odds so much on these Pokemon. I hope you're able to get them so soon. Like, you deserve one at this point, man. I see Spider-Man. Yeah, I did see Homecoming. I haven't actually seen most of the other Spider-Mans. The older ones, I guess. Even though, like, I don't really think the Andrew Garfield one is old, but, like, I haven't seen a lot of them. Did I find the shiny yet? Not yet, Jared. Not yet. We're still going for him, as on screen. Someone spoiled you some for you, since I spoiled the whole Ultra Necrozma thing, Zeraora, in the final battle. Aw, man, that's really unfortunate. Fortunately, like, people weren't really too spoilery in the streams. Definitely some people, like, trying to hint, like, oh, the cool thing's coming up, and it's like, but that makes it where, like, I'm not surprised anymore. But, like, it wasn't terrible. Didn't really get spoiled for some. Yeah, you managed to avoid most of that stuff, man, from the sounds of it. Please avoid gaps, guys. Stop spoiling milk. Use it all before it goes bad. You hate when the Pokemon games really ruins the fun. There are definitely a lot of people who avoid as much of that stuff as they can. I tend to, like, keep up with most of the news for a while, and then I just kind of, like, once it gets closer to release, I start not necessarily avoiding stuff, but I don't actively seek out information on that kind of thing once the games start getting closer. You don't like Marvel movies. Understandable, I mean, they're not for everyone. Especially when videos are made on such leaks. Because a lot of people are interested in them, so it brings in the views that people want. I don't know, a lot of that ends up just, like, moving a lot of false information, though. Like, when you start talking about every rumor, every leak, A, people can either A, get ridiculously hyped over it and be like, that's the new thing, or people can be like, there's been so much thrown out there, most of it's probably fake. Most of it's probably fake. Most of the leaks. Up until we start actually getting, like, actual legitimate information about the games. Seen the movie, so you know if it's a spoiler or not. I gotcha. That's why I'm kind of hoping that you can help with that, because I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't know if it's something from, like, previous Marvel movies or something from, like, the newest one. In the past few weeks, you've been watching a lot of leak vids even though you don't have the Switch. I mean, I totally understand that. If you are just, like, interested in seeing about the new games, which I know a lot of people are, even if you're not going to be able to get them immediately, at least seeing what the new thing is, I totally understand that. These episodes are 40 minutes long. I can take a little bit to get through. With the Spanish magazine, it's not likely it's Gen A is just speculated. Well, I mean, I know that one popped up, but that was, like, the water is wet level of, like, new information. It was like, you know, they've announced that the next mainline games of Pokemon are going to be on the Switch, like, as far as, like, main series RPGs go. So when they announce, and, like, this gen is, shockingly, Gen 7. So when they make a new generation of Pokemon, because it's based off engine, and as soon as you move to a new system, you're on a new engine, generally. At least with Pokemon. And with the massive jump, it would be a new engine no matter what. It's a new generation of games at that point. People are, like, immediately speculating that this means, like, it's gonna be, like, oh, it means it's not gonna be this or that. It's like, it doesn't matter. They could make a game where all you do is you choose your Pokemon real quick and it ends. And if that's the mainline RPG, that's Gen 8. Let's wait for official Nintendo announcements. The official Nintendo announcements is the only thing I will, like, give any credit to at the moment. Like, people bring up a lot of the leaks on stream or the rumors and stuff, and I honestly give them zero credit until, like, Nintendo confirms it in some way. They're like, Lion King, it is a classic movie. Looks more like yellow on the Switch instead. Well, I mean, that's what people want. They're like, oh, we're just gonna get, like, a new game back again. It's like, eh. And people are, like, using the fact that they said new generation in that same, like, assuming we're talking about the same article in a Spanish magazine, like, they are talking about the next generation, and they're like, oh, this means, like, okay, it's not just gonna be a Kanto remake or whatever. It's like, it doesn't mean that. It could just be Sinnoh remakes and they move on, and that's Gen 8. I don't know. I'm still just waiting for official Nintendo stuff. We know, people who've been here for a while know I can rant forever about how much I get frustrated by the ridiculousness that is, like, the rumor mill around the new Pokemon games. You love leaks, but no spoilers and no spoilers. Like, what's the difference between a leak and a spoiler for you then? Like, I guess, like, spoilers would be story-related spoilers, but leaks would just be information about the games. We got Raikou already. We actually didn't get Raikou God of Hyper Death. Welcome to the stream, by the way. But yeah, we gotta go back for Raikou after we get the shiny charm in that game. Just because I was impatient and I went for it without getting the charm there. And since it's something that I could actually control, once we went 1,000 over odds, I was like, alright, this is about time. We should hop off this and go do something else while I actually, like, take the time to get the charm. Am I excited for Smash 5? I'm not as excited as a lot of people just because I'm not a big fan of Smash. I'll still get it when it comes out. I'll still have fun with it. Depending on when it comes out, I might be able to do some streams of it with you guys, but, like, for me, it's one of those games that it exists and it's a classic Nintendo console game in a sense. Like, it's a classic series that, you know, you may as well pick it up even if you only play it a couple times, or like a couple times a year, because you'll play it with friends and enjoy it while you do. So, like, that's why I'll get it, but yeah, I'm not the biggest fan, so, like, when it got announced, I was like, oh, that's cool. I wasn't one of the people freaking out over it or anything. Have you seen The Lion King? Of course. Of course I have. U plus spoilers equals triggered. It'd be nice to see Electric Yellow as a change to what we're used to in terms of Pokemon games. How so? How would it be, like, a change? Just, like, another re-release of Kanto? I'd be okay with that. as long as it wasn't like the only thing we got. Like, I would be okay with like getting remakes of it, as long as I really do want the first games we get on the Switch to be new games. I know that's what Game Freak wants to, I'd imagine. Like, there are a lot of people who are very adamant about the whole idea of like they just want Kanto back, they want like classic Pokemon again. It's like, go play classic Pokemon. Not to be like rude or anything to people who are like that, but like, you can play the classics if you want to play the classics. I'm excited for the new games and like the new story and stuff. If like we get remakes afterwards, like is kind of consistent for every other gen, then yeah, sure, totally down for that. But until that point, I don't want to see the new games come out first. Besides seeing the majority of the community act the way they do to new games coming out, creating false leaks, rumors, it's understandable to make fan-made stuff and don't act like it's official. People want the problem is like you have that, and then like you have people who make content on that, which totally understand. If I followed it a bit more and had more time to do that, I'd probably potentially make some stuff about it if I thought something was credible. But like, you have people who like believe it, and then they end up like, you see people who make videos on it and whatnot, and then you just end up with like, it draws so much hype that it's really tempting to make the fake stuff. Goodbye. Alright, see you later, Julian. Thanks for tuning into the stream. I hope to see you again soon. We're used to 2 games at once. We're also used to starter choice. It'd be refreshing to have a remake of the most generic game. The story is how you make it. I mean, I totally am down with like Kanto. I don't mind that. I still don't think we're gonna get like a remake or a reboot as the first game of the gen. That just doesn't make as much sense to me, and honestly, I don't see that. The problem there is it might draw the hype immediately. You would have a lot of people freaking out right at the beginning. You might have a lot of people coming back like, heck yeah, Pokemon's back, I can play it again. It's not going to sustain the hype. It's not going to sustain the hype in the same way a new game would. If we were to get like Electric Yellow, there'd definitely be, obviously the entire Pokemon community that's just like, I want a new game please, would be like, yay, Pokemon on the Switch. But it wouldn't sustain the hype through the entire development cycle of the like next games. So it's like, it would kind of be like, yeah, but it would be the same thing as you said, where it's great games, people were kind of excited when they came out, but it's just gonna fall off. Unless it's a brand new game, it's just gonna fall off in terms of like excitement very quickly. Let's see, anime have more runtime if they can't have it be too short. Well, I mean, didn't the Sun and Moon anime come out like months into Sun and Moon? Like, I feel like X and Y was still wrapping up, wasn't it? I might be mistaken though, I don't follow the anime too closely. You're hunting Electric in Alpha Sapphire, you're up to 54, well good luck Dr. Glowstone. Honestly, I hope this is the last Smash. Sakurai has so much potential, he's making other games. Is Sakurai even still working on Smash? I feel like they've kind of taken it from this point. He was done with Smash after the first one. Potentially Melee. I think he was kind of like, okay with Melee. But then after that, Brawl and 4, I know he was kind of like, why are you guys dragging this out? The nostalgia will excite everyone for a little bit. It's not going to be the same as a brand new game with a whole bunch of its own. Because the thing is, if they were to release an Electric Yellow or whatever, you're gonna get people who are like, yeah, but you're not gonna have the same excitement for a new region or new story and all this stuff. You're gonna get people to be like, woo, nostalgia. Which is, it's fine if you make that like the secondary game in the gen to kind of like get people to keep buying and keep their eyes on Pokemon. But everyone's like, what's Game Freak gonna do next right now, I feel. What's up, Brandon123? Welcome to the stream. How do you know what your Leafgreen game is saying? Well, for one, you don't really need to know what it's saying to get to the like actual, like the graphics are still the same. Obviously, that was choosing Charmander, and so the next choice is like, do you want to nickname it? And that's no. But on the other hand, I actually do know a bit of Japanese, so I can actually read it. So if I didn't know what was going on, I would still be able to like at least figure it out. Oh, he's still doing it? Aw, man. I know he doesn't want to be. I know he doesn't really want to be, and I'm pretty sure Kirby's in the same boat. He's like, he's made these two series and he wants to do new stuff. But he keeps getting, like, yeah, I guess, like, drugged back into the old stuff. I mean, they already do the refresh now, though. Like, they already kind of let you do that with every Pokemon you have. I don't know, I don't see Yellow, like, an Electric Yellow being a good first game for the Switch. Like, I feel like they haven't already stated it, but they've already been talking about all the new stuff they've been very vague. They haven't said anything specific, but they've talked about, like, the new stuff they're adding. Like, how they've got a whole bunch of cool things, and I don't think they'd put that much into a remake that's coming before the main series game. It seems to be more of a talk show than a shiny hunt. How so? I mean, if I just sat here doing nothing for 2 hours, I feel like that'd get a little bit boring for both sides of this. The sooner Gen 8 comes out, the less time Sun and Moon has to run, like, the anime. I mean, has the Sun and Moon anime gotten the best reception, though? They might be ready for it to kind of, like, get pushed back off to the side. I don't know. Hopefully Suzy and Ribbon as playable allies and Star Allies. I don't know, I still haven't played a lot of Star Allies. I didn't really enjoy the demo too much, but I don't know, I just don't think I'm a Kirby person. Anime just started their second Sun and Moon season. Well, yeah. Yeah, because it's been about a year. Ultra Adventures. Yeah, I have a feeling we might get like another year out of the anime, and then that's kind of it. But at the same time, I don't know. I feel like the Gen 8, like, I'm still in the boat that we're not gonna see a Pokemon game until next year of any sorts. Like, I don't think they're gonna move to a yearly schedule. I'm actually kind of against that, personally. I don't know, so I think the anime has plenty of time to run on its own. We have no shinies and we're only talking. That's most of the streams though, Dr. Glowstone. Just because the hunts we're doing right now, or at least we were doing up until today, have been like full odds hunts. There's Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, and then Heart Gold, Soul Silver. They've already said though that like Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon are the last games on, like the main games on the 3DS. So we're not gonna see another, and like the next thing that happens is the new gen. Like no matter what, like by definition it's the new gen after this. And still a Gen 8 Pokemon to the Sun and Moon season of the Pokemon anime. They usually do stuff like that. Like, yeah, the anime is probably gonna overlap. Like the Sun and Moon anime is probably gonna overlap with Gen 8 coming out by a bit. That's what X and Y did, if I'm not mistaken. What's up, Shannon W? Welcome to the stream. Like, I still have a feeling there's gonna be like another year of Gen 7 being the newest gen. So a new feature in the Pokemon, it's the overall experience they learned from Sun and Moon. XY didn't do that? Oh, it didn't? Okay. I was wrong. I don't follow the anime very closely, so I know the anime started a bit after like Sun and Moon came out. So I knew that there was a little bit there at least. Of like time for there to be a potential overlap. Oh, they did? Okay. Taking a break from 3DS games. They're not taking a break, they're done. They're moving on. The 3DS is the old system. Can you add me on what, Legendary Tyler? If we have a better game with a better experience than a game with gimmicks. Yeah, which is why I expect them to take time, and the entire idea of re-releasing Yellow again is going to be the gimmick of that game. That's just my opinions. I think it would be a horrible idea for Game Freak to do that. The Pokemon Switch game is Gen 8. They won't release until the Sun Moon anime ends. Okay. I mean, I'm still expecting, wholeheartedly, we're not going to see any Pokemon games released this year RPG-wise. It is going to be another year. Then we will see a brand new Gen 8 game. Followed by potentially remakes, like Sinnoh or some Electric Yellow or whatever. On your DS. Unfortunately, Legendary Tyler, I don't actually have, like, good Wi-Fi here, so I can't connect my 3DS to the internet to add people. People have asked before. I've tried adding, like, some actual friends and stuff on here and whatnot, and, like, just IRL friends and stuff, and it just doesn't work. I have to do it local connection. You finished Lost in Space, you really recommend it. Also, if I watched One Punch Man, I have watched One Punch Man. Yes, Spatial Poochyena. I don't know, I still just feel like a lot of the talks of like, oh, well, it's too early for them to release like Gen 8, so they're gonna release something else instead, is I feel like a lot of that implies that we're getting a game this year, and I just don't think that's happening. I think 2019 at the earliest, and I've stuck by that. Obviously, if they release a game this year, I just hope it's a good game, like they put all their time into it and stuff, but I don't know, I'm still just not, like, no matter what, I just want a quality game. I don't want a game that's designed to just, like, be flashy and sell by name. A new gen just feels gimmicky right now. Sun and Moon felt slightly gimmicky. A remake that is masterfully created right now feels better. The next stuff we're getting is the next gen. No matter what, they could literally do nothing but remakes on the Switch, and that would be the next gen. The fact that we're not getting more Pokemon games on this, the fact that it would have to be remastered to a new engine on the Switch, that'd be a new game. That'd be a new gen. I personally, I feel like remaking a game that sold solely for the fact that it was a gimmick that you had Pikachu as a starter is a gimmick again in itself. Personally, though, that's like my personal opinion on it. I don't think we're gonna see anything this year. They're not gonna release a different game ahead of the next gen. I think that would kill a lot of the hype. What's up, Lit and Live Streams? Welcome to the stream. You got Shiny Lottie Assist today. Awesome. Awesome. What's up, Santiago434? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? As long as it can work with Sun and Moon, it is Gen 7. It's not gonna work, though. It wouldn't work, though. They've already said that they're not doing any more stuff on the 3DS. What's up, Jared? Welcome back, man. How are you doing? There's much more of nostalgia, and nostalgia needs to be handled properly. Because otherwise you draw people back in to have the identical experience again, and then they just... Nostalgia works to draw people in, it doesn't keep people. You need the cool new gimmicks and stuff. They'd have to put just as much thought into the remake as they would into a new game. Is the thing. Like, sure, they have the same story, but they'd have to remodel all of Kanto now to work with a new engine. They'd have to redesign all the buildings, all the character models, all this stuff. It's just... There's a lot they'd have to do, and it's equivalent work either way, I feel. What's up, Colin? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? You feeling good? That's good. That's good, Santiago. Nostalgia with a new twist, it should work. nostalgia with a new twist tastes just as much as a new game with a new twist. I don't know, my argument ends with Gen 7's done. We're gonna get games on the Switch. The first games on the Switch are the new gen. I think that Shiny Charm is close. How so, Santiago? How so, man? Hopefully we'll get it soon. Hopefully I get the Shiny soon. Yes, I'm hoping. Yeah, Gen 7's done. That's just my feelings there. It's like Gen 7 wrapped up with the Usum. So the new games, it's all based on the engine they're written in. Because Gen 1 and Gen 2 talk to each other. But I don't know, I feel like we're gonna get new games. Who knows, we might get like 2 sets of remakes inside the gen. Who knows? People are talking about that, adding like a third spoke, so to speak, onto the like Pokemon cycle. But I don't know. If they take their time and put their best effort into it, it'll be nice. It might take longer than a year, but it works better. There's better to not rush change. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm thinking. And if they're like, I don't know. I feel like putting that much time into it, they're releasing a new game. Since you got the shiny flying snake, you're going for Suicune. Alright, Screaming Route. Good luck, man. What's up, MT? Welcome to the stream. We are just hunting for almost at Raikou, Entei, and Charmander. Trying to get one of them today. Hopefully they decide to play nice for us. One or the other, if not both. We had to switch over from Raikou, obviously, because Raikou was taking way too long, so I need to get the charm for that. Or else, barely, they got a year of runtime, so they wait longer, it'll last on this again. Yeah, no, I'm not saying, like, we're getting Gen 8 this year, I'm saying we're not getting Gen 8 this year. Like, that is, I think we agree on that part, Timmy. We agree there, I just don't think Electric Yellow would be a good step forward to release 2 years after Usum. To wait 2 years and then release a remake, I just don't think. Because then you have to essentially wait another year to release another game, and Electric Yellow wouldn't hold people for that long. If you don't talk that much, you're hunting for a Tyrogue and Pichu. If you're egg hunting and watching YouTube in your stream, that's all good, Colin. That's all good, man. Good luck on your hunts, dude. I had encountered Shiny Zekrom 4 times. Had to encounter Shiny Zekrom 4 times for it to be the nature you wanted. That's crazy, MZ. You found 3 Shiny Zekroms and reset over them before you caught it. That is crazy. I personally could never do that, man. Better wait on Gen 8. It would be nicer if the first game on Switch Pokemon to throw back to their beginnings. No. No. Make references to it all they want. If they release Kanto again, it's not keeping people around. Like, the games may be fantastic, but if they don't have a solid base already to tie back into with new games, it doesn't work. Shows how far they've got. Yeah, I mean, they can do that with new games too, and then, like, add little mentions back to it. If they want to remake the games afterwards, I imagine they will. I cannot see here's Kanto again holding people for a year. Gen 4 had 5 games, yeah, I mean, it had 5 games, and it had a good while to last. I'm totally down for getting an Electric Yellow remake. I just don't think it'll be... Make it a 25th year thing or whatever, you know, quarter century, Pikachu's Pokédex number, all that. We're starting a gen with not a new game. Like, with technically a new game, but just a remake, or a reboot. This doesn't feel like it would work too well. One time we were talking to one of your friends who made the loudest burp you've ever made. Had to have been an interesting conversation after that point then. Switch is Gen 8, they could do a remake. Well, I mean, yeah, if they started it with a remake, it's still a remake. The thing is, you're saying Gen 8, like Gen 8 isn't what their Electric Yellow would be. It's every game that is encompassed by whatever new engine they use for whatever the first game, RPG game they release on the Switch is Generation 8. Every game encompassed inside that engine is the new gen. That's how it has worked for the past 20 plus years. It's a matter of, do they release a new region? And I have a feeling the new region will draw in, like, no matter what. The thing is, if you look at it, a lot of the audience that would come back specifically because of Kanto and would come back because it's now on the Switch, who haven't bought Pokemon for the past like gen or two, would do so, or overlaps. Like, that is a massive overlap. So they're basically cutting into 2 levels of hype at once there, that really, once they compound, don't add much. If you release, like, Gen 8 on the Switch, Pokemon on the Switch, no matter what, will break records. Then release it again with, you can now play Pokemon Yellow Remastered, will break records. They will do so individually, and they can definitely get away with that. It's the only game we have any evidence towards. There's no current evidence right now to support Gen 8. But they've said that the next mainline RPGs are on the Switch. I don't know if remakes count as mainline RPGs. What's up, Munch? Welcome to the stream. They build the generation game and then build the remake off the engine. Pretty much that's one of the, like, Game Freak has been very good at keeping people on their toes and creates speculation like this. That is the one thing that they've held consistent, is that if they do remakes, they do the new game first. Another game that could be remade and have a strong audience is Coliseum. That would be dope. I would totally be down for a new Coliseum. I don't know how well that would work on the Switch. The problem there is they just combine the 2 consoles. Like, they combine the 2 product lines that they release those games for. Because, yeah, like, normally you get, like, the handheld has the Pokemon game, and the battle game is on the, like, home console, and now the Switch is both. Just playing some Battle for Bikini Bottom. Alright, man. Cool. Switch Pokemon's gonna be so different. It will definitely be new. It'll be a new experience for sure. I'm excited to see what they do. What's up, Luigi Lewis? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today, man? Sorry about that. XD sequel, you die for it. It would be cool. That'd be cool if it happened. Conquest also deserves a sequel. I'd totally be down for all these spin-offs getting remakes and stuff. I have no problem supporting those. Game Freak confirmed the next game is a normal style Pokemon, get all 8 badges, etc. Really? I mean, that lines up with my thoughts on it. They wanted to mix it up. Sun and Moon was definitely their attempt to, like, try new things. So I feel like a lot of the fear of gimmickiness will go away with the next gen. It'll definitely go back to a classic styled Pokemon game of let's fight some gyms, let's get all the badges, let's beat the Elite Four. That's already an established thing, stuff like that. I feel like we're gonna go back to that. We're not gonna mess around much more with a lot of super experimental stuff, because Gen 7 was a very experimental gen, no matter how you slice it. What's up, Hero Dude Toxic Waste? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Trying to be the first one on YouTube to get a shiny Vikavolt from SOS. That'd be pretty crazy, man. I just want the battle system to be the same. Yeah, I do not believe the people who are saying that we're gonna get a Pokken-style battle system. That would kill Pokemon. Like, Pokken exists, and it has its audience. Its audience is nowhere near as big as regular Pokemon, and it's not a matter of, like, just because you can't do the rest of Pokemon stuff in Pokken. It's people aren't interested in that style of battling in Pokemon generally, I don't think. Another thing that'd be cool is a remake, sequel, like Gen 1 in general, it'd be a fresh start. Well, I mean, like, that'd be what Electric Yellow would be, right? Like, just remaking Gen 1. Gen 2 was essentially Kanto's sequel. It was designed that way. People were hoping basically whatever games came out as equivalents to Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon would be called, would be, like, proper sequels to the end of Sun and Moon where Lily went to Kanto. Like, that would have been the way if they were going to incorporate Kanto back into the stories. That would have been how to do it. So sorry, there's like a pin on my desk and it fell over so the spike was standing up, so I was like, nope. So I wanted to make sure I don't stab myself on that. But yeah, so I mean, they had their chance there for sure. I totally would have been down for that. You're shiny hunting for Mewtwo right now. Well, good luck, Hero Dude. I hope you get that really quickly, man. Another thing that'd be cool is remix. I read that. If we get a Pokken battle system, I would be very much done with the games as well at that point. I don't think it would work. Like, A, in terms of, like, would not keep my interest. B, there's a lot of stuff they'd have to forfeit from regular Pokemon battles if that was the case. Yeah, I just don't see a Pokken-style battle system happening in Pokemon. Like, I mean, even the name Pokken kind of lends itself to the idea that, hey, this isn't a Pokemon game at this point. This is like Tekken with a Pokemon skin on it. Your shiny luck died in a hole. Oh, darkness, my only friend. I feel the same way, Special Palkia. I feel the same way. Well, yeah, no, they know that. They know that, Vanillix. Again, that came from the rumor mill that's starting rumors as soon as the, like, old games are out. Specifically to, like, draw in attention and stuff. Draw them clicks. You're eating a burger. Nice. My nose is so itchy. Ah, why does it be like this? Why must it be like this, guys? Well, Timmy, they do that every other generation already with the remakes. So I'm expecting to get that in this game. Or in this gen. I'm just expecting the first games always add new Pokemon, new features. Cause no matter if, like, there's like outcry of people going, oh, these Pokemon designs are always, you know, why are they straying so far from, like, the classic designs? That's a very, very, vocal minority. For the most part, Gen 5 kind of went way out with it, so I feel like a lot more people went hold on, but still overall, I think the majority was okay with new Pokemon. So they're gonna get way more drawn in from that. Like, sure, yeah, you're gonna have a game like ORAS. We're gonna get a game like ORAS at some point. It's just not gonna be the first one. They gotta... The problem is, they can't refine the mechanics if they haven't tried the mechanics in the first place. That's the thing there. They have to do what they did with X and Y. Make a game, have the mechanics be generally accepted with some, like, critiques, and then fix them. They can't, like, build a new engine, around, like, a game that doesn't exist, and then refine stuff to the public's liking without knowing what the public's liking is. That's just how that goes. What's up, Cinder? Welcome back. How are you doing? How was work? Really wouldn't be an RPG anymore if they don't keep the turn-based basic RPG battle system. That's not going away. Whoever said that was just trying to draw attention to, you know, their quote-unquote leak. Sure, it probably got passed around as a, I mean, we can consider revamping this, but we never would unless we went crazy. Hope they changed the battle UI to how it was before Gen 7. How so? What's up with the battle UI in Gen 7? Like, I legitimately want to know, like, what that would be. Because they had to change the battle UI. It all has to be on one screen again. That has to go back almost to Gen 3. That's one of the big things, is like, that was one of my big arguments against, like, people saying that the Sun and Moon sequel game, like, Stars, basically was going to be on the Switch. My argument there was but what about the bottom screen not existing anymore? Very small amount of new Pokemon. I mean, I'd totally be okay with that. They're probably very much trying to avoid hitting that 1,000 number. They really don't need to add too many more Pokemon. If they had like 50-ish new Pokemon, I think people would be a-okay with that. Stars was the codename for Yusung. I mean, but yeah, then everyone's like, Stars is gonna be the actual game and it's gonna be on the Switch. And anyone who said anything else was like destroyed in the forums. It's like, but that's not how discussion works. A, B, that's not how the generations work. I don't know, it was a very, like, heated time before they actually announced it and they were proved wrong. Hate the attacks being a list to the side and Mega Z move option. Okay. I actually kind of like that. Granted, I never used Z moves. I never even had Z crystals equipped, so that was just blank space, so I can totally get that. Let's just be careful about the 1,000 Pokemon mark. I mean, yeah, you hit that and it just becomes weird. You hit 1,024 and you potentially have to redo your whole system for storing Pokemon info. But yeah, no, that's a mark where I can actually kind of see the people who are speculating that maybe we will start getting remakes of the regions that have already been remade, as well as the, like, remakes of the games that are still, like, in a cycle to get remade. You know, like, people are kind of pointing to maybe we will see, like, potentially Sinnoh remakes, as well as a Kanto remake, you know, spread out. That'd be okay. Probably easier. It would not be to me, because they can't port it. They can't port it at all. They have to remake it from scratch. Kanto has 0 3D assets in it between either of the games. The closest you get is somehow, like, turning the Gen 4 houses into 3D models. That's the thing is, if you're looking to go back that far, really, if you're looking to go back before Gen 6, it's just as much work to model everything. And to make, like, the story, sure, that's fine. But they probably already have a story for Gen 8 figured out. Can't wait for E3. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see what kind of gets confirmed with stuff. I don't think we'll see much Pokemon, unfortunately. But, I don't know, I'm just excited overall to see what can get reconfirmed and stuff as far as, like, other Nintendo games and potentially a little bit of, like, hinting towards what'll happen. I gotta say, whoever made the skip intro button on Netflix deserves medal. I'm glad that that's an option now. Because my problem is that wasn't a thing when I was watching, like, The Office. And that skip intro button, like, didn't exist, so it just skipped the cold opens, which was really annoying. What's up, Vanillix? They couldn't port Gen 4 up, the 2 screens issue. I mean, the thing is, they'd end up remaking that. Pokemon smashed it at E3 2016. Oh, it did? Okay. But again, that would require there being a Pokemon game to announce for that year. I don't think there's going to be a Pokemon game for them to announce, is my thing. $777 for Charmander coming up very soon. Very soon. I don't know, if there is a Pokemon game this year, by some, like, miracle or whatever. Unova remakes are out as they have sequels, same with Gen 7 as they just got remakes. Gen 3 just got remakes, Gen 2 just got remade, but long after Gen 1. Gen 4 hasn't been remade, and the sequels, Black and White 2 and U-Some, don't really count. Those are still in the same gen, those are just new stories. That's not a remake. Yeah, Gen 1, 2, and 3 have actually gotten remade, which lines up Gen 4. What if they're already finished and just holding off to E3 to announce its release in like a month? I would be very concerned for the quality of game. That would leave less time from the moment that, like, it'd be even feasible, I feel, for a non-direct Nintendo developer to get hold of, like, a Switch development system. Like, I feel like any game outside of a true Nintendo game, like, even with, like, you know, Pokemon Company being partially owned by Nintendo, I don't think I think Game Freak could get early access to a Switch to work with. I don't think they'd get that early access. I don't think that would have left enough time for them to even make a game properly. Maybe we'll get another confirmation from Ishihara. Like, just that, by the way, these games is... I think the only reason we heard anything last year at E3 specifically was to stop people from finding Game Freak's office and burning it to the ground because of how upset people were that it wasn't coming to the Switch. Like, that year. I don't know, last year was the year where I was just like, no one who was upset understood game development at that point. What's up, Frisk? How's it going, man? Yeah, no, like, the whole thing is, like, the Switch hasn't existed long enough for me to really be confident that, like, they've nailed down their game to the quality that's come to be expected of Game Freak. U-Some wasn't gonna be on the Switch, so obvious. It really was, but you couldn't tell anyone that without them freaking out. So, like, that's the thing where it's just, like, my opinion was a very unpopular one back then, of, like, the closest thing we're gonna see on the Switch is a Coliseum or Pokken. We're going to either see no new Pokemon game this year, or if we do get a new one, it was going to be a Sinnoh remake or a Sun and Moon 2-esque thing. And we got Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, which fell in line with that. So, like, if you had said that anywhere online leading up to that Pokemon Direct, you would have been just destroyed. Like, people would have been like, no, you're so wrong, how could they not? Nintendo hates, or like Game Freak obviously hates money if they're not making their game for the Switch right now, and it's like, they like quality though. Even before U-Some said it was going to be on the 3DS, you're like, it's another Gen 7 game. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they've never ended a gen after 2 games. Like, even Gen 1 got, like, 3 games, like, in the US. Gen 2 got 3 games, Gen 3 got 5, 4, 5, 5, 4, 6 got 3, or 4. I'm mistaken there, counting wrong. To be honest, barely anyone in the fandom knows about developing. Exactly. Well, the thing is, there's a large number of people who can at least rationalize what's going down. You know? Like, at least a fair number of people can rationalize, like, well, I totally understand it's going to take them a little while to make a game. But that's not the part of the community that's the most outspoken. The people who are like, no, it's going to happen right now, there's no way I could possibly be wrong about this, I know best. Those are the people who are being the most outspoken, which is why that comes up the most. Is it okay if I change the music back to U-Some next stream? I mean, it's just a matter of if that's the consensus from everyone. I'm down with doing that. It doesn't actually change what I hear. I've been hearing U-Some the whole time. But yeah, if you guys want it back on Leafgreen next time, we can do that. Gen 7 is 4, yeah. Why is there a shiny Rowlet to the left of some people's names? Here, dude, those people are sponsors on the stream. There's a button somewhere on the chat, I forget where it is, that says, like, says the sponsor or whatever, and it's like $5 a month. And you get that little Rowlet, and you get to use some custom emotes and stuff in the chat as well. Thank God US Platinum got the Game Corner. It was taken out of the EU version. I mean, it didn't last much longer in the US either. Gen 6 feels like it was the least loved. They said, hey, why not take the features that should have been in this gen and put them in the next? Well, the thing is, Gen 6 was the first 3D Pokemon game, like truly 3D Pokemon game. Not only in just the fact you use 3D models, but also, hey, Nintendo's decided 3D should be on this console, so it's legitimately a third dimension, like a 3D game. So that's just a challenge to deal with. Like, you have to suddenly have people who can rig models and stuff, not just draw sprites. Like, they got really good at sprites, but then, after that, suddenly they weren't making sprites anymore, they were making models. So there's a lot of stuff they had to do there. They had to figure out how to do analog and, like, just like grid motion. Welcome back, Turtle Animation. Well, I mean, those were like things they just didn't have time to fit in. Probably a lot because of those like tricks and questions they had to learn while developing that game. They had over a decade of experience with making Pokemon games, and then it's like, hey, surprise! It's suddenly a completely different style. You clutched before you were hyped about Pooch. Didn't need Kalos in general. I don't know. It definitely is like kind of. I think the game receives less love not because it lacked features, but because it lacked as much of a story. Like the story felt like it was kind of like a we don't want to be as heavy-handed with the story as we were at Gen 5, but we still like that whole concept. So they kind of like played around with it. I feel. Kalos is nice, like the expansive region. I think people just had an issue with the fact that, like, the story was really stretched out. Like, not in, like, a, oh, we made the story longer, but in a, like, they kind of muddied it and made everything that could have been really impactful less impactful. What's up, Orion Parks? Welcome to the stream. I like the Pokemon I made in Kalos, so there are some pretty nice Pokemon from Kalos. Favorite regions you know about? Mine's Hoenn, personally. Still waiting on your AZ Fluet. Which wasn't super easy to do in Experience Share. I mean, you could turn that off and make the game a bit harder. That's what people would like do as essentially a challenge with Sun and Moon, if I'm not mistaken. The story's really boring. Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean by, like, they kind of tried to make too many things interesting, so they couldn't make things way too interesting. Was a good region. I really did enjoy it. I definitely am a fan of Alola. Like I've stated before, I think I've kind of pieced together that comes from the fact that like Hoenn's such a tropical region, so the fact that Alola is very tropical like lines up with kind of my feelings about this is like legitimately good Pokemon and stuff. It could have been a bit bigger. I can agree that Alola felt a little bit small. Just because, like, you were on islands and it was very obvious having to traverse between them and such. But it was based off Hawaii, so it makes sense for it to be a little bit smaller. Aegislash is awesome. It's a Ghost Steel type. Finally, it resists Ghost and Dark due to Steel type. What's that? Steel Nerf? RIP. Alola was amazing, especially Ultra. It really was. Like, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, honestly, are way, way better games. The problem is they released Sun and Moon first, so they basically released like what appeared to most people to be the same game, which it was basically all the it was basically like two director's cut games. So people looked at them and didn't look at them like normal like kind of director's cut-esque style that Emerald and Platinum had. So they didn't get the same love. They just looked like they released the same games twice. A waste of potential. I mean, it's based off of small islands, so it kind of made sense, but yeah, there just didn't feel like as many towns as you were used to, stuff like that. Even when you went through some towns, like, they existed. Like, there wasn't stuff to do in them sometimes. Like, you know, you go through how many times do you go through on the second island that you just kind of have to look back on and go, oh yeah, that was technically a town, or that was just like stuff added to a route? Stuff like that. When hidden moves removed, you're like, Game Freak, my boys. That was definitely a complaint. People were done with HM slaves, for sure. Sorry I'm suddenly being quiet, guys. Just doing something real quick. Alright, sorry about that. Like, it was not necessary to get the Shine Charm, but you still have you still could have had the Dex entries. Oh, like how you didn't need to get the actual whole National Dex and such. Yeah, like that's what people were upset about. People didn't like about HMs at that point, is like they weren't necessary anymore. Like you really could do without them in the games and stuff. Weren't a fan of trials. I don't think a lot of people were. Like, a lot of people are like, where are my gyms? That was definitely something people were, like, wanting back. It was just regular gyms. Your Shroomchar evolved into Monferno. Awesome, legendary Tyler. Would have been nice to have the ability to travel Wind Waker style. Thought the trials were a letdown for all they were hyped up to be. Some of them were good, but you were disappointed by some. Yeah, I mean, it was really, again, this falls into the, I really think Alola was Game Freak going, give us a gen to kind of like mess around with stuff. Like, I think that's why it was set in Hawaii and all that, is it lets them take a breather. It lets them go, oh, well, this is so different here because of whatever reason, and then they can go back to the original, like, because, you know, oh, it's so, like, it's, you know, this is so different here because it's so far away and so remote that they don't have the same customs. It's like, you couldn't do that with Johto and Kanto. You couldn't look at the two of them and go, oh, they have no clue about each other, so there's no way for them to do anything, you know, for them to do this things the same way or whatever. But when you go to, like, Alola, it's like, ah, it's an island in the middle of the ocean. They have their own customs and stuff there. That makes sense then. It ends up making more sense. And it lets them go, well, oh, we like this thing. Well, you know, maybe it is available other places. Or they can go, oh, this is just Alola. You know, and go back to what it was before. When Houston had the quote-unquote gym, it was a little bit of a tease, for sure. It was definitely a bit of a tease to people. At least favorite part of Ultra moves when the charisma appeared, which made it hard to see when you're trying to train when you lose because the battle is hard. Oh, like just the Ultra charisma battle. It was definitely a tough one. Oh, and I think I know what you mean. Like it was dark and stuff too. It's got out of a cold shower. Hoping more of stuff. We just found your friend just found a shiny Helioptile too. Awesome, awesome. Sokar's on fire. What I hate about Gen 7? I don't really hate anything about it, personally. I actually really like Gen 7. A lot of people did have complaints about it, though. You know, lack of gyms, such stuff like that. First trial was fun, but the rest were mostly disappointing. I liked how you changed some of them. They improved Nalo's trial, which kind of like... Yeah, like, they definitely, like, basically took... They were able to use some as, like, a way of, like, we took things already to kind of tweak them. And then they could go back and, you know... They basically retcon the idea of trials existing anywhere else. I like Mina's trial in USOM. I mean, in USOM, Mina's trial kind of existed as like a final, hey, go around and talk to everyone thing. I definitely preferred the more traditional, again, this leads back to the I'd probably prefer gyms, the more traditional trial that was Ilia's trial. You know, you fight like a couple different things, be it regular Pokemon instead of like trainers, like you're just fighting a wild Pokemon that happen to be a set level. Like, that was cool. I was okay with that. Like, you know, the water trial, the fire trial was okay. Like, you still got those battles in, you just had to do other stuff first. But, like, yeah, there's just, I don't know. It definitely comes down to, I think a lot of people didn't like the less traditional trials. Like, that were less like gyms. I mean, this trial got you a lot of XP. Yeah, because you had, like, most of the other trial captains up to that point. See you next time. Alright, see you later, Jared. Thanks for tuning into the stream, man. I hope to see you again soon, dude. Totems were just another letdown. I mean, it was a much less strategic gym battle, essentially. I hate the way they took away gym battles. I think that's like most people's biggest complaint, is the trials. Which just means that, yeah, they're not going to go back to them again. It's not like they're going to be like, nope, these are a thing now, we're sticking with them. That's specifically why they did it with Alola. Oh man, my nose is itching like crazy. I like the new Sophocles trial. Definitely was better. Kawaii could have had some sort of climbing minigame trial. Oh, like climbing up the mountain. Yeah, the spot the differences thing was kind of eh. And yeah, them replacing Sophocles was a very good idea because I didn't realize the trial was gonna be sound-based. And I've said this before, I don't play with the sound on. So that was an interesting one. It was basically me just guessing until I got it. Almost all the totems are hard for you. The first one and the fairy one were easy. It just depends on your team. Like, the water one was ridiculously easy because I had, like, Dartrix at that point. The grass one wasn't terrible this time around, but I don't know. There's some tough ones. There are definitely some tough ones at points. How do you restart Ultra Moon so fast? You can soft reset the game using left, right, like the left and right bumpers, and start or select. Like, if you press all of those at the same time, the game just starts over again. The same thing with Leafgreen, except that one's using AB start and select. Yeah, LR start or LR select will do it for you. Oh man, I'm sorry guys, my nose is itching. We got 10 minutes left, we can make it through this. We can make it. I hit back. I like somewhat the Silo trials, but I think it depends on how they play out the terms packages. I understand that, Timmy. It definitely depends on the trial. Like, it's more nuanced than just liking all the trials or not. I get that. Trials were fun. Some of them were fun. Some of them I didn't enjoy as much for sure. Like, some of them were way more memorable, for good or for bad. So yeah, I'm definitely one to lean towards going back to gyms. No, I understand that, Vanillix. They were good to mix it up, but I don't want it to keep being a thing. What's up, Mexican Trek? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today, man? I think your one-shot the fairy one with Poipole, looking back, I'm betting a lot of people didn't even bother getting it because they wanted to shiny hunt it. Well, I mean, I shiny hunted it and then went to the trial. I went about it the whole wrong way. I went about it essentially in the reverse order. Something's trial and USOM was really memorable. It was a decent little idea. It was much better than the first one for sure. Like, I liked the Vikavolt fight in Sun and Moon, but honestly, yeah, I kind of did prefer. I did prefer USOM's trial. Lorenz was a pain. I don't remember how you beat it, but you think your Torracat was like super low health and you managed to pull through. It wasn't fun. Like, unless you over level, the Lurantis one's always been my problem. Lurantis has always been a problem, like in Sun and like Ultra Sun. Granted, it kind of makes sense. That wasn't one they changed up too much in terms of the battle. In terms of content, Gen 7 is your least favorite, but in terms of aesthetics, it is your favorite. Yeah, I mean, it definitely is the best graphically. I don't know, I actually do really like it in regards to the content in it as well. I think it's definitely the most polished game so far. And they definitely continued to add that polish with the second part of Gen 7. Dear Lord, not freaking Togedemaru. Bounce. Bounce and Spiky Shield made me so frustrated with it. Like, that honestly was probably my least favorite out of all of them. Oh, man. Like, in regards to that, it was a better trial overall, I feel. Like, the idea of using the sounds for the trial really was, like, not... I was not a fan of. So I'd take the difficult battle, seeing as it's supposed to be pretty difficult, over the, like, listen to sounds and say what the sounds are thing any day. You one-shot Togedemaru, you are lucky. I wish I could have one-shot Togedemaru. Gen 4 is a little better polished, a better Plaza idea. I mean, like, in terms of... Like, it's definitely one of those things where they kind of reset after they moved up to, like, 3D graphics. Suddenly your character models can do a lot more. You know, you don't just have... Like, even when you look at Gen 4, you still just have characters that move along the X and Y, and then they spin around and look in a single direction. They, like, had to completely change that with the next gen. Like, that was just a completely different thing. What's up, Sergey is cool, or Sergey is cool. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? I had to get Incineroar to finally beat it. I forget what I ended up using to take it down, but it was not a fun time. I don't think. That was on stream, too. That was mildly stressful. Festival Plaza is horrible. I mean, yeah, that's terrible. If there was something I did not like about Gen 7, it was Festival Plaza and how you had to go through that tutorial. It's gonna be fun. Alright, fun. Well, welcome to the stream, man. Kind of miss sprites. Yeah, I mean, that's just like a matter of them moving on to the newer stuff. It had minigames and multiplayer elements that worked well. It also looked friendly. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like Vanilla said, I'm not a big fan of the Festival Plaza, to be sure. PSS was so simple and easy to use. Yeah. Yeah, Festival Plaza, especially when you have to go through it the first time and do all that tutorial of, like, you can, like, upgrade stuff here and do all that. That is the biggest, or probably, like, the least used feature. Bootleg of Wi-Fi Plaza. I don't know if you can exactly call it a bootleg when it's made by the same people. But I gotcha. Wonder Trades are the best. You got 2 shinies from it. That's awesome fun. That is awesome, man. Sorry about the yawning, guys. It's getting to the end of the stream. I'm starting to kind of feel it. Got all the stars from Wonder Trade. Nice. The tutorial. It was so long. I haven't touched those features since. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, obviously, Festival Plaza had this place. It's where you do your, like, actual online trading and stuff. But just having to go through that tutorial, you're just like, please stop. Why is this a thing? What's up, Cordell Fitz? Welcome back to the stream, man. How are you doing today? I do remember you, man. I do. You're gonna hunt for your favorite Pokemon shiny, and what's that fun? Alright guys, I think we're gonna do 2 more Enteis, and this, or actually we'll probably do a few more Enteis than that, but this will be the last Charmander, and we'll do a Bulbasaur encounter after that, and we'll wrap up with whatever Entei we end up on at that point. So we didn't get Charmander this time, but we can still get that Bulbasaur, and we still got a not Raikou, an Entei to go after. We actually didn't get Raikou, Alberto, so we still have to go for that one. It went turkey hunting and didn't get one. Darn, darn. I hope you had, like, fun otherwise, man. Festival Plaza has a lot of, connectivity problems too, really. I actually didn't have many of those, knock on wood, but granted, I probably would have a lot here, just because of my issues. Pokemon Break Bronze on Roblox. I mean, it is like using Pokemon's name without being an official Pokemon thing. Alright, guys. Alright, the last Entei will be 225. I just saw Raikou. I just saw Raikou there. That's what I read. Bulbasaur Shiny are disliking the stream. Why? Just because we've spent months and months and months hunting for this Charmander and we could somehow get a Bulbasaur? I guess we'll see if you're gonna dislike now. Fortunately for us, you don't have to. But we didn't get the Entei either, unfortunately. So, thank you guys for everyone that tuned into the stream, everyone that liked, everyone that subscribed, and as always, a big thank you to everyone in chat for keeping the streams interesting. I'll be back on again tomorrow, but before I go, I want to make an announcement just to make sure as many people know as possible. I won't be streaming Wednesday through Saturday this week. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on, so tomorrow and Tuesday are the only streams for this week. Just want to let you guys know that I'll probably be posting that in Discord today or tomorrow as well. So until next time, guys, take care.